No. No.
We have to have it. They have to have this done. They can't protect it. Denmark, they're wonderful people. And I know the leaders are very good people, but they don't even go there. And, you know, because the boat went there 500 years ago and then left, that doesn't give you title to property. So we'll be talking about it with the various people.
We need Greenland for national security, not for minerals. We have so many sites for minerals and oil and everything. We have more oil than any other country in the world. We need Greenland for national security. And if you take a look at Greenland, you look up and down the coast, you have Russian and Chinese ships all over the place. We need it for national security. We have to have it. And he wanted to lead the charge, so we're making him, Marco today, a special envoy.
Why is Trump obsessed with Greenland? All right. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's because the minerals that are up there. And yes, that's true. But there's this whole other half of the story that nobody seems to be talking about. And you damn sure are not going to hear on the news. So, of course, Trump frames this as a national security issue, right? A bold move to protect America's future. But that's the part that doesn't really pass the sniff test, because the US already has military access to Greenland. Because of a 1951 NATO defense agreement, we already operate bases there. So it isn't about access, it's about ownership, and I'm getting ready to tell you why. It's about ownership of the Arctic Gateway. Yes, the real-life Polar Express. The frozen frontier that, up until the last few years, has been basically a sheet of ice, but has been melting rapidly over the last few years. And when the frozen frontier melts, guess what's under it? Open shipping lanes that could redefine global trade from Asia into Europe. So control those lanes, and you don't just watch global trade, you control it. Now let me show you why melting ice equals big money. Picture a cargo ship loaded with Chinese electronics. Let's say leaving Shanghai, headed for Hamburg, Germany. Part of a nearly $1 trillion in annual global trade. Now it has one of two terrible shipping options. Option one, south through the South China Sea, through the Strait of Malacca, across the Indian Ocean, past Red Sea pirates and Houthi drones, through the Suez Canal, past Gibraltar, and then up into Northern Europe. That trip takes between 30 and 45 days with no interruptions. Every mile comes with more money and more risk. Option two, they could go around Africa's Cape of Good Hope. That's about 45 to 60 days and a whole lot more fuel. But the Arctic ice melting, that changes everything. The Northern Sea Route runs from East Asia through the Bering Strait, along Russia's Arctic coast, and straight into the North Sea. And that trip only takes between 18 and 28 days, cutting the distance by roughly a third. It saves up to about $180,000 in fuel per shipment. Starting to see why Greenland matters now?
Hi, I'm Kelly.
Benny?
Welcome back. So let's go straight to the topic of today. When most Americans hear the word Greenland, they think ice, snow, polar bears. Okay, not something that has anything to do with their rent, groceries, safety, but that's exactly why this conversation matters.
What's happening in Greenland? It's not distant, it's not abstract, and it's not harmless. America's interest in Greenland is not about curiosity, is it?
Yeah, it's
No,
not.
for me, I think it's about power. It's about security, and it's about control over the future.
Yeah.
And whether you realize it or not, that future includes you.
Yeah, so let's watch some videos and know why we are saying that the future includes you as an American person.
Take a look at this map of Greenland if you want to understand why Trump wants to take it over so badly. Trump says that it's all about national security.
We need Greenland from a national security situation. It's so strategic.
But that's not the full story. The US doesn't need to take over Greenland for national security at all. The US already has military installations in Greenland, and Greenland is governed by Denmark, a NATO ally. Greenland, like Venezuela, has significant oil and mineral wealth that Trump wants. Greenland has massive deposits of rare earth minerals that the United States currently has to depend on China for, resources that US tech and energy companies would love to get their hands on as they seek to massively expand and profit off of artificial intelligence. And the US government thinks that Greenland likely has large oil and gas deposits off its coastline, but the government of Greenland has stopped giving out licenses for oil and gas exploration. And recently they stopped a lot of mining exploration too, due to environmental concerns. So if Greenland was in US hands, these roadblocks to US companies would disappear. Companies working in Greenland are already seeing a boost at the suggestion of US control. Critical metals and energy transition minerals stock both jumped over 25% just this week. Big tech billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates are already invested in companies like Cobalt Metals, which holds mining rights in Western Greenland and secured $500 million in new funding right when Trump got back into office. And weirdly, a lot of this push to take Greenland seems to be coming from Estee Lauder heir Ronald Lauder, a longtime Trump ally and a billionaire who apparently first introduced Trump to the idea of buying Greenland at all. Lauder is, of course, quietly making investments in Greenland, like funding the Delaware-based Greenland Development Partners, a company looking to invest in hydropower projects that would power aluminum smelters in the area. Effectively, they're setting up shop for a big American push into Greenlandic minerals. Even weirder, Peter Thiel, Mark Andreessen, and Ken Howery, the current US ambassador to Denmark, are pushing the Trump administration to take Greenland so they can create a deregulated tech freedom city in Greenland, which of course would never happen if the Danish government kept control. Maybe needless to say at this point, but none of this has anything to do with improving the lives of Americans or even the lives of Greenlanders. It's all about servicing the needs of corporations and Trump's desire for global power.
So let's start with the big one, security. So most Americans don't know this, but Greenland is home to one of the most important US military installations in the world. It has early warning systems, missile detections, space surveillance. The base is watching the skies right now. Can you imagine that? Anyway, so when people ask, why does America care about Greenland? The real answer is because threats don't come with advance notice. You
Sure.
get it?
Simply, Greenland gives the US eyes before danger even gets to us. So whether you live in New York, California, Texas, that protection will affect you. So the second question is the Arctic is opening. And as you all know, the Arctic is melting.
Yeah.
And that's not politics. That's physics, my friend. And as the ice melts, there is a new shipping route that's opening. And that route will cut weeks off the global trades. And whoever controls this route will control the money.
True.
You'll also control the energy, the supply chains. And if America doesn't influence there, definitely someone will. And I'm sure Russia is already eyeing this.
Yeah.
And China also, definitely.
Is eyeing. So the question is, does the average American know this?
I didn't.
Did you know?
I didn't.
No, well, me too. I didn't know. But now I know. So now the third point is price and the cost of living. So let's bring this home because your politics sound fancy until it hits in your pocket or your wallet, you know. So now we are going to have shorter shipping routes. That means lower fuel costs, and lower fuel costs can mean cheap goods, food, electronics, and household items. Well, you can ask why I said cans, right?
Why did you use them?
Because I said can because corporations don't always pass saving down, but when trade gets disrupted, prices rise fast. And Americans already know how inflation feels like. Do you?
It hits so hard, especially in your wallet.
Okay, so Greenland isn't just about ice, it's a pressure valve on the global economy. Do you think like
Sure,
me.
sure, it is.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Well, comments.
So another thing is the deposition of rare earth minerals. And these minerals are so important for your phone, your car, especially the electric cars, your laptop, your medical equipments. All of this depends on these minerals. And an example of the minerals is neodymium. Personally, I don't know the neodymium.
Me too, never heard of it.
Oh, now you know.
That's why it's rare, I think so.
Yes. So currently, the US depends on China for all these minerals, and Greenland has all these deposited on their ground. So when America shows interest, it's all about breaking all these dependency, and it's not letting one country control the tools of the modern life, because I know we are moving to the electric vehicles, that's for a fact, and because the supply chain control equals the power, and now power shapes the prices, the jobs, and the stability. So that's why America is also interested in Greenland.
That is why we are obsessed. We want to buy Greenland.
Yeah. Additionally, let's not forget Greenland is rich in oil. And if you are able to control Greenland, you control their deposits.
True.
And that means America is going to be rich. And apart from this, let's talk about the disadvantages. And I'll focus on the climate. Whether you believe it or not, the ice is going to melt. And all these will come with the risk of the coastal cities flooding, the insurance rates will go high, disaster spending will also go high. And Americans will pay for this, whether you believe it or not. Whether you believe in climate change or not, you are going to pay for all this.
True.
And if you don't believe in all this, the insurance believe in it, the real estate market also will be affected.
Now, after watching the video up to this point, after seeing what we have highlighted there, do you feel like whatever we have said, does it make sense? Does it make sense to you?
And my question is, do we need Greenland? Based on all this discussion, do you feel like we should take over Greenland? Do you feel like we should buy Greenland? Personally, I feel like we should.
Well, I don't know what to say. I've just said all the advantages and the disadvantages. Well, tell us in the comment section. Is this an obsession that is not going to help it with anything? Do you feel like we
Or
need it?
do you feel like America needs Greenland?
Or is it Greenland needs America?
Tell us in the
Which is
comments.
it? Well, as you think about Greenland, please subscribe.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.